All right, guys, we're live. Another sneaker rundown. We got Eddie Wynn in the building, of course, from the Granite State.
Of course, what's going on, man? Happy to be here for the third installment of our little rundown.
You know it. And we got Mr. LeBron himself. He's in full support with that MVP tee. What's up, Jason?
Hey, how's it going? Definitely good to be here today. We had terrible storms and tornadoes all day, so glad to be here another day.
Damn.
That's madness.
Yeah,
Tornado warnings.
Yep.
In Indianapolis.
3 miles from my work, a couple houses got destroyed, so it's been messed up.
That's madness.
Good old Northeast.
Yeah, right? So for the rundown, here we go. Let's start it off. First topic I want to get into rundown sheet. So those of you guys watching, you want to see what we're talking about. There it is. First up, the Air Jordan 11 Columbia in the infrared 6, the black infrared 6. We hear that it's going to be $185 for the 6 and $200 for the 11. So we're getting price jumps in both. My kind of question to you guys is, how do you feel about the price increase on holiday releases when they've already announced price increases for better quality? So you're getting a price increase with basically that same kind of crappy quality, if you will. Eddie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. Anytime there's a price increase, it kind of sucks, but I'm so over complaining about it. It kind of sucks that it's on the 6 because I really did want to buy 2 pairs of those. I never double up on Jordans, but those are so nice. I don't know. I think only – so if I doubled up, it'd be a $30 price increase for me. Not really the end of the world. As far as the 11s go, those are always a game time decision for me. So I'll probably decide in December if I'm going to grab those or not. But that's a pretty big jump too, $15 there where it was $5 last year.
Yeah, Jason?
The 11, I think it could have been $100 more just because it's been so long and people were still going to buy it. I don't personally think it's a good idea, but I like Eddie said, I'm just tired of complaining about it too. I'm really excited about the 6, so it's still cheaper than trying to find a resale pair from a few years ago. So I'm easily happy to pay that, and I'll probably still grab 11s just because it's such a good shoe to hold for the holidays for trading wise. But I don't agree with it, especially after announcing that you're gonna raise quality, raise prices, and then do this. So what's that mean for next year's holiday releases? Like $30, $40 increases? I mean,
that's a good point.
Yeah. Right. I mean, Jordan Brand. Why not just make the Columbia 300? Why not make the infrared 6s 250? Like, do it. You know what I mean? Like, they're so powerful. There's like it's kind of cocky of them too. Like, we don't care. We'll bump it up. Why not make it 300? Why not make it 1,000? People are gonna pay. They're not worried. They're like, whatever. We'll jack up the price. We're fine. They're not worried. So, like I said, I'm not over complaining too. Charge whatever you want to charge. I'll buy the ones I need to buy. That means I pay more. Then I pay more. I'm a sucker. I'm a slave to Jordan Brand. It's like,
you have it good when you have kids crying that they won't take your money on Saturday morning. So
it's
anything.
Your company, right? People begging, please take my money, and they're like, nah. Yeah. So, all right. Next up, leaked images of the LeBron 12. So we've got some early images here of the LeBron 12 model. I hate judging shoes on like these grainy, crappy pictures, but you can get a good idea of the silhouette. So I'm going to go to Mr. LeBron himself. Jason, your thoughts? Sorry, I know I'm trying to like slam you.
No, it's fine.
LeBron, though. You're my LeBron guy, so.
It's a compliment. I'm trying to even think what the first picture was that we saw of the 10. I remember the 11. It was the Miami Akrons, and then LeBron had like a black pair, the all black pair on, and then the King's Pride. So I remember initially I wasn't. I said I wasn't going to judge it until I saw it in hand, but just off hand and seeing now 2 colorways, because there was another one that was supposed second color leaked tonight. It's not that it's bad, it's just there's no way you'll see me wearing something like that unless it's the right colorway for basketball. I cannot see me pulling that off casually. So there's there's a biased LeBron I don't see myself liking too much.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Eddie?
I mean, I like that colorway. The colorway's nice, and because I like that colorway, and I still don't like the shoe, then I'm not really a fan of the model. Aesthetically, like just how strictly appearance. I'm sure there's some nice tech in there. I don't really know exactly what it is. I don't like where the swoosh is positioned. It's like almost on the midsole, if there even is a midsole on that panel. And I don't like the chunky outsole part towards the toe. It just doesn't really look that great to me. But it's an early leaked image. My decision can always be changed. So we'll see exactly what it is in a couple months whenever they drop them. There can't be a release date yet, is there? Or supposed
I think
release date?
there is. Yeah,
there is.
Yeah, Jason.
No, I don't really know. So.
Well, no official release date, but you got to think, October-ish. The shoe looks like it's just all over the friggin' place. I get there's weird die cuts. There's like a fin hanging off the back. There's a thing hanging off the tongue. I saw like one image where the front of the tongue looked like the KD5. The KD5 tongue was like super long and straight up.
Oh my God, it's a skyscraper.
And it was just like one piece. Like and like I said, I hate to be that guy to be like, ugh, it's trash. Like I don't know. I've never seen the shoe. I've seen a really grainy image, but yeah, based off this picture, it doesn't look too appealing. But who knows? It could be like the lightest weight LeBron ever. It's hard to judge, but based off that photo, I'm nervous, But LeBrons are very popular. Even if the model's okay, I think it's still going to do great.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next topic, Complex wrote a nice article today about Adidas and how Adidas is really growing. They're doing a lot of big things this year, like in the sneaker world. They're getting a lot of buzz around some of their models. Models being sneakers, not Kanye. But what people have been kind of asking is Adidas getting bigger because of Kanye, or is it because of the great product they've been putting out? Because some of the product has been really solid, but we all know whatever Kanye kind of touches sneaker-wise, usually it gets extremely popular. Eddie, what do you got on what Adidas has been doing this year?
Certainly Kanye is adding some buzz, but the products they've been dropping have been dope. The ZX Flux looks really nice, a lot of potential. I like the price point it's at. And the SL Loop looks like it's very promising. They seem like they're going to do some collabs on it. There's a lot of color schemes that they can do with the model. I'm sure it'll be comfortable. It just looks like a great shoe, and I like that they're going at that price point, the like $70 to $90 price point. They can get a lot of, like I'm looking at them online, and I'm thinking about getting 2 pairs rather than just one, and I haven't looked at anything Adidas Originals in a while. So that SL Loop, though, that's going to be a problem, I think, in a good way.
Jason.
Kanye could do a collab with Crocs, and it's going to get buzz around it. But to be fair, whenever I go into any store, I don't typically look at all the other shoes, and I do look at Adidas of all other brands probably the most. And like I said, I'd be the first not to say that I don't know a lot about Adidas, different shoes and styles and all that. But I think Kanye, if people are trying to get on board, it's maybe so they don't look like such hype beasts when he starts putting out popular colorways. But I think Adidas has done a fantastic job. So I just think it's kind of a mixture of both.
Yeah, I agree with that, because Kanye hasn't really we haven't seen any model that Kanye's done with Adidas. You know, so all these, he's worn a few models, but like this, even in the article, they said the ZX Flux was selling before Kanye wore it, and it was doing well as a model. I think it was more of they've been putting out answers to other brands. Everyone's trying to compete with the Nike Roshe run. And when you can put out a good answer to that and say, hey, well, look what we can do, and you can compete, then I think I'm basing it more in the marketing, the buzz. I don't really put anything too much onto Kanye yet. However, I think once we start seeing his kind of lines and him wearing Adidas more and really diving in, I think Adidas is gonna, people are gonna be swarming over some of these models. So, it's definitely, I agree, mixture of both. But props for Adidas for doing some dope stuff this year. Next up is LeBron is a free agent officially. He has opted out. Twitter universe went insane. Everyone just on their hands and knees begging for LeBron to come to their team. Jason, you're the LeBron guy. What do you got?
It's no surprise. Like I thought he would opt out anyway. Everything that made sense as far as clearing up some of the cap room if they're going to bring in, and plus, I don't honestly know who the reporter was on ESPN. It was Chris Broussard and somebody that was talking about it that pointed it out. But if they're not able to talk until I think July 1st is the first day they can start talking to them, doing it today kind of gives all the teams in the league their chance to pitch to them what they got, including Miami. So LeBron's obviously a pretty big and successful businessman, so I think that he's just, playing the cards right. So even if he was fully intended on staying at Miami, it's like making them know at least that he could leave, so you might as well pitch something that's really good. So I think it's just kind of strategy, but I think it's all in the favor of staying there, just bringing more talent around him.
Eddie?
Man, he's got to stay there. I hope he stays there. I don't even feel like reading or seeing or hearing about all the talk about it. I just want him to stay in Miami, give it another shot next year, get a different cast around him. I mean, obviously that it's going to be a lot about the money and what other teams can offer and whatnot, but I just hope it goes down that he stays in Miami, and he says he's going to stay in Miami soon, and that's that, and we can just move on and listen to the Carmelo talk.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want a decision 2.0. I just think it will be a bad look for him. I don't want him to start bouncing around. It's like either stay in Miami or go to Cleveland. Don't go to LA. Don't buy into these. I hate when the teams start doing the sales pitches and Dwight Howard's going to be like, yeah, come play here because me and Jeremy Lin are going to be doing this and that. It's like, I think LeBron wants to stay in Miami. I think he just kind of wants to weigh his options and make sure that Miami's going to do everything they can to, win. LeBron wants to go to another 3. He wants to make sure he's set up in the right spot. If Wade can't, his knees aren't great and Wade can only give him, a little bit, then he might be feeling like I need that other key guy. So I'd like to see him stay in Miami, but who knows? It's going to be ESPN 24/7. Jesus, we're going to hear more about LeBron than we do the damn World Cup, which I just I want SportsCenter back. I want to turn on SportsCenter and be able to watch SportsCenter. I'm not going to go on a World Cup rant because I'm not.
Did you watch the last game though? Did you watch?
I watched the USA game. I did.
Did you think there was excitement?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. It was pretty exciting because it's but like I said. The other games, I have no, but still, I'm a fake fan. I'm like, oh, they scored, hey,
yeah, bandwagon. It's okay. You can admit it. I've admitted it.
I had to bandwagon. I'm not proud of it, but I had to. Finally, we got to get to this. Marshawn Lynch was golfing, and let me show his golf swing first. Just an atrocious swing here. All right. Just full-on Ken Griffey, open arm. He looks like Manny Ramirez out there.
Home run.
Yeah, look at this. Two-handed, open baseball stance swing. Outrageous.
Center right.
I'm going to go first on this one because it drives me bananas when, athletes, they can't do other sport things. Like John Wall throwing out the first pitch, it's straight to the ground. It's like, bro, you can't throw a baseball? You're an amazing athlete. Marshawn Lynch, it's like, what do you do in your offseason? You don't play golf or at least practice? You never learned how to swing a golf club? Some of these athletes, I don't understand if they're just, their sport is basketball and that's all they can do. There are other guys, though, like Tony Romo. He's an excellent golfer, good football player. I think he played baseball, too. So I think I guess it all depends on the person. What do you got, Jason, what do you got on this atrocious golf swing?
I never thought we'd be able to say Charles Barkley actually looked better than anybody, but I think that day has come. I think it's all about the athlete because obviously Michael Jordan's a great golfer. I think it's all just kind of depending on what you've done in your past, if you've kept up with it, but some of it, even with the pitch that John Wall threw and stuff, I don't know if that's just, not getting attention and needing the media attention. I don't know what it is, but some of it's just you know those people that you went to high school with, that they were good in one sport, they're usually really good in other sports. So it's just so weird to see a professional athlete so terrible at one sport.
Yeah. Eddie?
I'll tell you what, he is a tank. It's probably impossible for him to have a nice looking golf swing. Like he's like trying to swing a golf club like that. And you know what? Golf is the most hilarious sport because if you're bad at it, it's so funny to watch someone bad at golf. And I am bad at golf. I won't even like play with people. There's like certain golf courses where like the first hole is like right in front of like a big clubhouse or something, and I won't even play it with my friends because people can just see you drive, you know. I can't even hit a driver. It's so hard. So
Yeah.
I kind of feel for him, but I don't know why he would ever let anybody record him, unless it's one of his buddies like punking him or something. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Just tossing it on the internet.
Normally you're set up for disaster. You know, that first tee box, and you're just average golfer. It's disaster city. All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll be back on Thursday, so we'll see you guys Thursday. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.
Shout out Marshawn Lynch.